I don't have it in front of me, but let's just say it's $200,000 per Bitcoin, right? By 2030. Now, if you had a model that would predicted it very well, that has all these different elements to it, like the number of addresses, the number of hash rate, and all this stuff, and it has this predictive ability, and the predictive ability has been so good so far, you don't have to call it a law. You can just say it's a very, very effective model. But I would say you'd be crazy not to at least take that model into severe account. That's all I'm saying. And that's really kind of the way I'm practically looking at this as an investor. And I think it really should give you confidence that you want to hold this asset over the long term, and you want to hold not just 1% or 2% of your net worth in it, but something much more substantial.
So let me answer this question. So
I wasn't particularly interested in it because it just didn't, even though there was these claims of this R squared and everything, it just seemed too contrived to me. But then when I looked at this I can sort of immediately see the relationship. I can trust, as Giovanni would say, I can trust my own eyes. Now, I also think it is possible that this thing changes or quote unquote breaks. But that's okay. If this thing breaks in 5 years or in 10 years or whatever, it breaks. It's fine. It changed. Maybe it does turn into an S curve. Maybe it flattens out or does. I'm not saying this is a trading tool. I mean, you could use it for trading, but I think a lot of people are just using it for position sizing. How big should you be, right? Now, if you're very young and you're starting out in your investing career and you're just doing DCA, you don't need the power law, right? You can just sort of put all your money into Bitcoin. You like Bitcoin, great. It's going to do well. If you've got some kind of more of a finite time frame, let's just say 5 years or less, then the ship has sailed on Bitcoin. I need to get involved in dog coins, okay? And my point to you guys is there's still a lot of action in Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin could go up 30, 40% a year for the next 5 years, maybe even the next 10 years on average. And those are exceptionally great yields. You shouldn't be too greedy. Now, if you start saying, yeah, well, that's not enough for me, I need to go into dog coins. The problem is your, dog coins, they could lose as the power law indicates. Now, if you go and you say, well, it's not good enough, I need to go complete degen. Well, I'm just saying that it's not smart, right? You should not go into the worst, dog coin that you can find just because you want massive volatility and you want to shoot for the moon. So I'm okay with what Giovanni's saying. I'm okay with doing some trading around using the Bitcoin power law or whatever you want to do. What I'm not okay with is you taking your money. We're all going to be Joe Biden. Let's not kid ourselves, right? We're all going to be, if we ever make it to that age, we're not going to look that great. When at some point we all get there. But I don't really want to make fun of him. But if you've got a few years in front of you, it makes sense to be more to have a longer term time horizon, right? So that's all I'm saying. And I think, yeah, you make a very good point that you took it. Let's just do a simple math. Let's say 1.4 to the power 10. It is a proto network right now. There is a network that you can go to any country and exchange your Bitcoin for the local currency. That's doable now. But we're still early, right? We're still in year 15 of Bitcoin, right? I do fully expect that in the next 15 years, right, we're going to have Bitcoin be much more of a payment network, and we're going to have much more apps built on Bitcoin, and we're going to be able to trade Bitcoin for perhaps stable coins or central bank digital currencies, or I don't know what, right? But there's going to be more of an ecosystem that builds around Bitcoin. There's going to be many, many more people using Bitcoin. So it's going to be much more like a social network on the power law and other topics. So it's on fredkrueger.org, but you just find me on the Twitter.
Awesome. So I'll drop that in the chat. And then Giovanni, same question to you. Where can people find you on the interwebs? A lot of people were asking for your models. I know that you have a dedicated website for that. So,
the best place, because then you can find a link to my ex and everything. We have a YouTube channel, but please go and also subscribe, because my son is doing a lot of work in making these beautiful videos that are, high-end videos with animations, all kind of things to discuss these concepts. But the website is called BIT, like BIT, right? Poseidon, like the god, about different topic. Recently, I wrote about liquidity, global liquidity, and how that relates to the power law. So please sign up for the newsletter, be part of this movement, and join us.
Awesome. So guys, I put it in the chat. People are asking if you guys are going to Nashville, Bitcoin 2024 conference.
Yes, I am there.
Giovanni and Fred are going to be there.
A pizza together or something. And be really cool.
Simply Bitcoin is going to be